sometimes I think the spiritual practice is I remove myself from my life. I go into a quiet room. I think part of the problem is that we create a controlled environment. And life doesn't occur in a controlled environment. So if we can find stillness in a quiet room, that's wonderful, but that's not how life unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
We have children, we have animals, we have change, we have life, we have all sorts of stuff going on. So I think that the spiritual practice has to be brought into our everyday life. It's wonderful to remove yourself from your life and to remove yourself from the frenetic pace of your reality. And of course, take some breaths, align with your heart, many spiritual practices. But what I find is that many spiritual beings hit a wall. And what happens is that they notice when they're off balance or they're not aligned. They then, through the practice, remove themselves from the frenzy of life. They go into the controlled environment, they realign, and they come back out. And that creates this pattern of I go out and I do, and I come back within and I be. And it creates this division as if they're two different realities. And what I like to really then take as the next step is that how do we bring our being into our doing? So it doesn't have to be exhaust yourself in the world and then retreat back into your inner sanctum. How can I really kind of heal these two seemingly opposing realities? And how can I start to relate to my outer reality as my inner sanctum, as my inner core of rest and nurturing? The what is what we're doing throughout the day. That's the masculine. What's my objective? What's my goal? The how. How do I feel in my body when I do that? How aligned with my breath am I? How relaxed am I when I do this? How lovingly am I responding to others, no matter how guarded, sarcastic, or callous they're reacting to me? So really spiritual practice, in order to make it practical and to make it create real world results, has to be the balance of what I'm doing every day and how mindfully I'm doing it. And when the goal is, at the end of the day, I checked many things off my to-do list. I got many things done. But how I went about it was relaxed, was gentle, and was loving. What we'll find is we wind up feeling nourished and restored by our day instead of exhausted and scattered by it. And so I think that's really the hope of spiritual practice, is the balance between what am I doing and how does it feel when I'm in action.